And this.
And this specific gun.
Yes.
A grenade launcher.
Grenade launcher. Hey, what's up guys? So today I am going to review the ICS 6-round rotary launcher. This is basically a replica of the Milkor MGL, which our troops are using to launch serious 40mm grenades at the opposition. But I picked up an ICS one, getting ready for a pretty big op coming up in Indiana, Operation Irene, and my role in the squad is the Grenader. So I wanted to find a way to put down the most amount of firepower possible downrange, and this is what I came up with. This is pretty much all mostly plastic, a little bit this metal. I changed the stock to a Magpul CTR, and this front box is just for an IR. We had a night game the other day and I just wanted to know exactly what I was pointing out, so this is my IR laser from my night vision system. It's pretty basic, pretty straightforward, pretty easy to use. Just basically like a revolver. Put the cartridges in, rotate it, slop it down. Every time you pull the trigger, it rotates one of the barrels and lets go of one of the grenades. Now the grenade launcher's performance really is dependent mostly on the grenade itself, but I will tell you it has worked impressively in our field testing, which I'll play some little video of afterwards, shooting some Nerf rockets. Been able to shoot just on green grass about 150 feet or so with a Nerf rocket, which is pretty impressive. I didn't think that this would be able to do it because the seal between the chamber and the front barrel isn't the greatest, but it was able to get the job done. Now, with it as well, I wanted to kind of review some of the grenades that I picked up recently. I mean, I have a couple of Mad Bull grenades, I have a couple of mosquito mold grenades, but the ones I'm most impressed with are these Chinese-made Eagle Force 40mm grenades. These are purchased through e-Vike. And these are basically like the standard paintball grenades that Mad Bull makes, the XMPB4s, which are absolutely awesome. But these are super cheap. I got a box set of 6 for 130 bucks. Mega cheap. You could put a cap on these. The reason I picked these up, and the reason I really like these, is the speed of reloading. Now, with your standard shower shell, such as with this Mad Bull, you gotta load each barrel individually, and that's pretty time intensive. During a little bit of downtime during game, I did a comparison of time between loading one of these paintball type shells up and one of these Mad Bull type shells up, and it was dramatically different. I mean, it takes easily about 2 minutes to get this grenade from priming it, gassing it, and loading it up and sliding it back in the pouch, as opposed to one of these, maybe about 30 to 45 seconds of priming it, gassing it, pouring BBs, put a cap on it, back in the pouch. So speed is if speed is of the essence, paintball style grenades, this type of grenade really is the way to go. That has really been my experience. However, when it comes to launching or shooting Nerf rockets, I found that these shower type shells, like these Mad Bull gold ones, shoot it the most consistently and the most straight when it flies in the air. When you shoot it out of these paintball type of shells, the trajectory of the Nerf football is a little squirrely. But that's been my experience. They shoot about the same distance. Okay, I haven't tried on CO2 yet, so I'll give that a shot. But again, this is kind of like a little quasi review of the Eagle Force 40mm shells. I got these off of e-Vike. You can get these from overseas. They're made in China. Out of the box of 6, though, we'll let you know 2 are missing the inner cores of the gas valves. But whenever you buy Chinese crap, you gotta expect that there's going to be some work that needs to be done. But considering that the Mad Bull version of the paintball grenade is 70 bucks a piece, and I got 6 for $130, I'm not crying. But I really like the performance of these. So that is it. You know, I'm going to put up some gameplay video to see what it looks like. Realistically, at the end of the day, these look really impressive. The gameplay, the way that you use these is completely different than your standard AEG. The furthest distance I could shoot using a gas shell with BBs is anywhere between 75 to maybe 120 feet at best. So your gameplay is completely different, where you definitely need to have somebody with you with an AEG to reach the longer distance folks out there and to engage those folks, because you're definitely not going to be able to do it. That being said, this is an awesome piece of weaponry when it comes to rushing or taking over targets, or doing a quick like seizure of a building, for example. Unfortunately, they did put in the rules for Operation Irene that these cannot be used indoors, which I'm pretty disappointed by, but I still think there's going to be some functionality in this. I'm going to do a quick display of what my loadout looks like when I run as a grenader before I show you some of this gameplay video. So here is my plate carrier. It's a Diamondback Tactical Fast Action Plate carrier. It's got a double 10-pack in the front, so I could fit 10 grenades, 5 on top, 5 below. On the back is my hydration. There's a water bottle type compartment for longer propane bottles, and my hydration, and also my radio. And it's a pretty simple, pretty basic loadout on the top rig. On my secondary line, on my belt, this is a Diamondback Tactical Combat Duty belt. I am running my Tokyo Marui Desert Warrior. I got 2 extra gas blowback mags. I got a dump pouch, which is absolutely essential, and a mag catch. These are fast mags for M4 mags. What I'm planning to do is I'm planning to run a basically an old school Tokyo Marui XM177 plastic one to keep down the weight as my secondary, and strap it across my back when I'm running around with this as my primary. And once we get into buildings, basically could transfer over to a longer reaching weapon to allow me to reach farther targets as me and my buddies are refilling up the grenades for a next building breach. But let's check out some of this gameplay video on how this is used, and also on how we could shoot some rockets out of these. Okay, so today we're going to try launching some Nerf howlers or Nerf footballs with this 6-pack grenade. Safety first, so my test pilot here is wearing a helmet and goggles. We're going to be launching these Nerf rockets right here, and they're going to be shot out of these Mad Bull grenades. They're going to be powered by propane. So let's try it out. Let's see how far they go.
Do not attempt this.
Do not attempt at home without adult supervision and safety equipment. Alright, so we loaded 2 Mad Bull grenades in there, filled up with propane. We're going to put these little Nerf Vortex footballs in there, and let's see how far they go. So go ahead and stuff it in there, buddy. Let's make sure it's on safe. There you go. There's no BBs in these grenades. Let's stuff it in. So the kind of trick with these is you gotta kind of twist and push in. And always make sure it's on safety so you don't shoot yourself in the thumb. Alright, so let's try it out. Turn the safety off. Frag out.
Shoot. Should I shoot?
Go right ahead.
Woohoo!
About 100 feet.
That's sick.
Okay, let's try one more. So let's load another one in here. Hold on, safety, so I don't get shot in the finger.
The right head?
And frag out. there you have it. Nerf Vortex footballs, Mad Bull grenades. Pretty impressive.
Remember the specific football.
Nerf Vortex.
This.
And this.
And this specific gun.
Yes.
A grenade launcher.
Grenade launcher. How many are in the village? That was so